Every human being has gone through academic pressure. All 8 billion of you slowpokes out there have gone through academic pressure. It's something that every human has gone through, and I want to talk about that. So, the hardest thing about academic pressure is not the fact that it's a hard work. Now, obviously, it's hard. And I'm going to talk in the perspective of a very advanced student because I'm someone who is very advanced, and I take probably like the most advanced courses in my school. Like literally in my high school, I'm taking like the second hardest class in it. So that says a lot. And I'm also taking a lot of like, all the different like high level classes in there that can give you like freaking college credit. I'm also taking college courses at an actual college. So that can honestly tell you, my level. And I have like 7 classes of those. So I know what it feels like to have academic pressure. And if you are doing like the regular classes and all that, I mean, I'm pretty sure you have it, but I haven't been in any like regular classes ever since like 7th or 6th grade. Uh, so I don't know like the work there is any different. I don't know if you have like so much work from all those classes out there, but I'm strictly talking from an advanced student. Academic pressure, it sucks. It really does suck. So the hardest thing about it is not the fact that the courses are hard. Now, yes, the courses are hard. You gotta know calculus. What I'm doing, you gotta know how to do calculus. You have to, you gotta know like biology and all that. You gotta know, literature, different pieces of literature. Like it's something I think everybody can do. But the thing that is very hard about like anyone can do calculus. Like literally, I saw a video of like a fifth grader, like oh no, like a fifth grade class learning calculus. If they can do it, but it's not the fact that the material to learn is hard. I think the big thing about academic stress coming from an advanced student is how much you have to know and how much homework you get as someone who's like that. Now, I get a crap ton of homework. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, wow, that's so ironic. You're making a freaking YouTube video. How do you have, you know, well, I have pretty good time management. So I know, like, when my free time is, when I have to go somewhere. Like, literally in about, like, 3 hours, I have to go to a college and learn crap for, like, 3 hours again. So I know my time management. I'm pretty good with that. I'm used to doing this. I've been academic stress guy ever since like ninth grade. So I know what the deal is. Like I know, like I see all these people in my other classes like complaining so much about like the work and all that, and I'm just there like this. I'm like wow, I'm so used to this that I just don't even care. Like okay, one class will have like a project, another class will have like a lot like note taking, a lot. One class will have to like read like 5 pages of no, not even five, like 10 pages of a textbook and write notes about it. Like, and I'm just there like wow, I'm just so caught up and so dead inside from academic stress that I just don't even care anymore. And I'm just at that point where whatever you throw at me, I would just do it because I've been so used to the stress and all that. I'm just gonna do it. Like I'm so like not showing any reaction anymore. It's just a matter of fact that okay, you gave this to me. Wow, I'm gonna stay up until like 12 o'clock tonight. Well, boohoo. I've been doing this ever since a long time ago, so I know what's up. So obviously, yeah, that's a big problem. Homework is really, really, really sucks on someone who doesn't really, it just sucks on someone like me. But luckily, I don't go outside. I don't do anything. I don't really have a lot of friends to hang out with, so I don't have to worry about, catching up with my friend here, or I have to catch up with a date there. I don't have a freaking date. The freaking thing is, but what I can actually use that free time for. It's not like I'm just storing away free time. Ooh, boohoo, there it goes. I'm using that free time to catch up on work or to do homework or to just do whatever. And that's what I do. And I also save some time for hobbies like this right now. That's just something that I do. So homework is so freaking much. It's crazy. Like you get a lot of homework. And the other hard thing about it is just remembering crap. I'm not doing as good as I was back maybe in middle school, maybe even elementary school, because the stuff that you have to know in those classes is not a lot. Here, you have to know every single thing known to man. I have to remember formulas. I have to remember stories. I have to remember the different parts of the human body. I have to know different funguses. I have to know different organisms. I have to know everything about them. I also have to know a lot of things, to be honest, and I also have to know the freaking U.S. history. So I have to remember so much crap to the point where my brain is so much overloaded where it's just at the point where maybe one time when this video is just gonna actually explode. Brain explosion, freaking brain, boom, self detonate. And it's sad, you know. And I honestly don't do good on these tests anymore, to be honest, because I'm always, I like to focus on different things, and I can remember crap. Like if it was only one class, I can probably get 100 in that class easily. Like if I only took a history class, and no other classes, just a history class, I'm gonna guess what? I'm gonna do very good on those tests. But if I have to do a history class, right, and I have a history test, well, I'm not saying that because I have a history test, but let's say, for example, calculus test. If I have a calculus test, right, I have to know formulas. I have to know how to do equations. Now, the thing about calculus is that it's just more of like just knowing rather than knowing equations. So, for example, I'm just doing this for example, but I have to know how to do that. Plus, in my mind, I have to know how to do history. I have to remember all the different types of funguses and all the different types of organisms in the entire ecosystem. I also have to know, our body. I also have to know different stuff. Like, I have to know so much things. And not only that, I also have to know here, my life, my family, everything else. And it's to that point where it's kind of hard to really track and point down onto like a single thought when there's so many things running through my head. Like there were some times where I had to take 3 tests in one day. You know, I take like probably 3 classes at high school for like probably one day, and there was a time where I had to take 3 tests, and I had to know things. Like I had to know about history, I had to know about literature, and I also had to know about the human body, and I had to know all of those, and I had to study for that until that big 3 day. Well, back to back to back, I had to know what to do. I have to like keep like mind switching every time. So I have to go from this class, and then when I have to go to like let's say for example, I do a literature class, right? And I had to, do like literature stuff like reading a book and Shakespeare and all that. And then after I do that test, then like a 3 minute break, and then I have to switch my mind into anatomy class where I have to know different types of the human body and all that. And then I have to also remember like how it works and all the fun and all that. And then after I take that test, right, I'm probably very freaking overloaded. I'm mentally freaking tired, and then I have to switch my mind to a history portion. Now I have to go from freaking doctor mode into freaking historian mode, and I have to know a lot of things. And then I also do that test. And then when I come home, I have to do homework, do that freaking a lot of homework again, maybe make a video, and then do homework, and then go to college, and then get tired from that, and then next thing you know, I'm on the bed sleeping like that. So it's very, very hard. It's academic stress sucks. It really does depend on who you are when it comes to academics. If you're someone who takes regular classes, I'll probably be frank with you. You probably don't have a lot of homework like I do, or you probably don't have to remember a lot of things like I do. But when academic stress comes to someone who is an advanced student, it can get very tiring, and it can get very exhausting, and it's just one of those things where every time I have a break, like every time I had that breather of just a weekend where I actually don't have any homework to do, or a given break, like a winter break or a Thanksgiving break, I take that break, and if I don't do anything, I take that break and I use every single like minute of that break to free time. So usually on breaks, people will usually wake up, oh, I'm so tired, and they wake up at like 12 o'clock at noon. When I'm on break, I sleep, right? And then when I basically get up at like whenever school starts, so at like 7 o'clock. And then when I wake up, when it's break time, like that day where it's like a school break begins, I wake up, and now I'm like, I'm gonna do whatever I want. I'm just gonna do whatever I want. I'm gonna play video games. I'm gonna make videos. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna watch something, and I use that to my advantage as a break until I have to go back into academic stress mode. So this video was just something that just came up to my head. I'm not making this video because oh, I failed a test, or oh, I have a test, I have so much to. No, this is a video I wanted to make for some time now. It just popped into my head this one time, and I just wanted to make it just venting about it and all that. So yeah, that's honestly it. Thanks for watching.